up in the Niagara region, and we didn't have to go very far at all for this one. The story of Brock University actually starts in the battlefields of Queenston Heights during the War of 1812, when Major General Sir Isaac Brock led a successful resistance against the invading American forces. What can you tell us, shine a little light on the actual battle that happened that Sir Isaac Brock was involved in?
The Battle of Queenston Heights really was one of the starting battles of the War of 1812. It was an American attempt to invade Canada, but at this battle they were repulsed.
The Battle of Queenston Heights, his major significance there was the fact that he was able to rally the forces to help pin the Americans down when they first crossed.
He was a very courageous man, and he believed the traditional way to lead men was from the front. And as he led them, an American infantryman saw his bright red uniform and drew a bead and shot him and killed him instantly.
Unfortunately, he died too early to play a pivotal role in the end of it, but it's not just that he's important for, it's the fact that he was able to throw off the American invasion. He was able to ready the Canadian population here when so many others were saying that he shouldn't be doing that. So be it not for him, we would fly stars and stripes.
It was in the 1820s that William Lyon Mackenzie suggested that a university be built in the Niagara region, but his idea was delayed when the capital of Upper Canada was moved from Niagara-on-the-Lake to Toronto. Fast forward to the 1960s, when the government made a huge investment into the post-secondary education system, and hence began the construction of Brock University. Brock's first classes were held in 1964 at St. Paul Street United Church, and then in a converted factory at the bottom of the escarpment. The campus then moved upward as construction on the Schmann Tower began. By 1967, the Schmann Tower was completed and now serves as the central hub of campus. It has 10 floors of library and 4 floors of administrative services. While Schmann Tower may be the most recognizable building at Brock, many more buildings have been constructed in the 40 years since. This tucked-away 3-story chalet is actually Brock University's original campus pub. Alfie's Trough was named after Sir Isaac Brock's favorite horse, Alfred, and was the place to be in the 70s through 90s. Today, the campus pub is named after Sir Isaac Brock himself and is housed here in the Student Alumni Center along with the Brock University Students' Union. Isaac Brock has become a Canadian historical icon. A myth has been built up about the young commander, including his famous last words and his distinct profile, which served as the university logo for many years, until recently when it was updated for what the university calls the Bold New Brock.
Change is a constant at Brock University, with faculty and staff becoming accustomed to construction all around campus.
I wanted to learn more about the academic direction of Brock University, so I sat down with Brock University President and Vice Chancellor, Jack Lightstone.
You came to Brock University in 2006 as the 5th President or Chancellor. In your assessment, what has been the mandate of your predecessors, and how has their vision for Brock University impacted your vision?
Okay, well, if I go back to the first 3 presidents of the university, I would say that what they focused on was providing an absolutely exceptional learning experience for undergraduate students. And I think Brock has achieved that, and I think it still carries and nurtures that tradition. It was the 4th president of or under the auspices of the 4th president of the university made the decision to expand significantly its research capacity and its participation in postgraduate education. And so I've inherited, as has the institution as a whole, both those traditions, and I want to take it to the next level.
And in the early days we had chemistry, biology, earth sciences and physics were the only programs that had master's degrees. That's changed enormously over the last few years, and now we have over 40 master's programs and 6 PhD programs.
One obvious sign of this growth is the amount of construction at Brock lately, including a new study space and bookstore, a library learning commons, an international student center, and currently, the Cairns Family Health and Bioscience Research Complex. To learn more about this, I sat down with Brock University's Vice President of Research, Ian Brindle.
The Cairns Family Research Complex will deal with a number of major areas of research at Brock University. These will be high-level research labs. The top 2 floors are dedicated to research. We've got new anti-cancer drugs being developed in that building, which at the end of the day we hope are going to generate valuable products for people who are sick, but also it's a way of enhancing Brock's reputation.
There'll be an incubator for new small and medium-sized enterprises in the area of life and bioscience. And the notion here is that the university lives in 2 worlds. It lives in the world of academia, a world in which we drive knowledge ever forward, and we live in the world of the communities around us, which desperately needs a serious economic transformation as a result of the forces of globalization.
One project that Brock and Niagara residents hope will revitalize St. Catharines is the new Brock Performing Arts Centre being built on St. Paul Street in downtown St. Catharines. The development includes the historic Canada Haircloth building, located next to what once was the 3rd Welland Canal and now is Highway 406.
Moving the Marilyn I. Walker School of Fine and Performing Arts, and indeed all the activities of the Brock Centre for the Arts, into downtown St. Catharines represents a commitment on the part of the university to rebuild and revitalize downtown St. Catharines. We could have built the school up here, on the hill, beside the Ivory Tower, but it was time for the university to also come off the hill and to integrate itself not only in terms of operationally within the community, but physically within the community.
It's been nearly 200 years since the War of 1812, which took the life of Isaac Brock, but the myth of the man lives on to inspire leadership, ambition, and perseverance. More than 70,000 people can call themselves alumni of Brock University, and while academic circles aim to make waves in international research, the institution itself provides an important function in stimulating local development.
In our next episode of Local Lore, we take a look at the Welland Canals, which have created and changed communities around the Niagara region.